Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Now it's just a waiting game. Hey Frank, how are you? Hey Verna, how are y'all? Hey Joe, how's Rich today, hon? Hey Jen, hey Judy. So what all y'all been up to today? I don't have 4,000 hours yet, sweetheart. Once I get 4,000 hours, I can have super chats. But um, when you do super chats, uh, YouTube, I want to say, takes like 30% of it. Oh, that's good. I have 1,700 hours right now, so I've still got 1,300 to go. Hey, Nancy. Oh, you had storms, so a lot of cleaning. How bad were the storms, girl? Thank you. I feel better. They upped my blood pressure medicine. Oh, it's treating me pretty good. Yeah, they count my live chats, honey. Yeah, live chats count towards it. But they keep you like 3 days behind or 4 days behind. I'm not sure. So I probably have closer to 1,800, give or take. Well, they just upped mine a little bit. They didn't change them. They just gave me a stronger dose. So I feel better. And I actually went to bed. Oh, eventually I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. Um, actually fell asleep halfway decent last night and actually slept. You're backwards. You have hypertension. Ah, the grandkids left a while ago, so my blood pressure went way down. I had to change hers. She's been having AFib episodes. Oh no. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I needed the sleep. And I got quite a bit of sleep. I feel better today. I take the meds for it. And my body needs meds. Because, oh, wow. Hey, Josh. Yeah, I feel a lot better. Yeah, I was looking pretty pale, wasn't I? But yeah, I feel much better. Thank y'all very much. Now if I just get a cat to leave me alone. Ow! Cozy, that hurt. As soon as I said that, the thing bit me. She's been tearing me up, y'all. Yeah, she's been getting rough. Look at this. She's just been getting rough. I don't know. My teeth would probably fall out. She's got those little old needle teeth, and my goodness gracious. I may have to start biting her back. She'll just ball up on you. She'll be playing, and all of a sudden, she'll just go psycho. She's a little bit on the crazy side. Oh. I used to, if you turned your back, hey Monica, if you, well, it was a male, and you turned your back on him, and he would bite you. So one day he bit me right there. I was probably about 12 years old. I turned around, looked at him, grabbed him by the ear, and bit his ear. He didn't bite me no more. Hey, Amy. Oh, Amy, don't apologize, honey. It's okay. It's quite all right. Yeah, but my luck should ball up on my face. That horse, he didn't ball up. He just shook his head and was walking around in circles for a little bit. Hey, Possum. Now, I'm feeling a lot better today. So, yeah, I feel a lot better, but I wanted to come on and see how everybody else was feeling. See how everybody was doing. Well, thank you. Well, coffee does sound good, Verna. Yeah, they help, but sweetheart, you need to take time for you, not worry about everybody else. You know, sometimes there's days I just got to get away from everything. On those days, I don't answer text messages, I don't answer nothing. I just hide in a hole and, oh, yeah. Hey, Yo Yo. Well, their little claws and stuff hurt. How are you doing, Yo Yo? But she's been declawed, thank goodness, but she ain't been de-teeth. Those teeth still hurt. I'm doing good, McClendon Homestead. How are you? You can't have cats inside your house? Well, I wouldn't have a cat inside the house, but since this one's been declawed, she can't go outside. I feel better today. I really do. I feel a lot better today. My blood pressure's down. Coconut what coffee? Camellias? Is that what that is? Oh, they make your eyes swell up again? Oh, thank you, Yo-Yo. I am taking lisinopril. They had me on 5 milligrams and moved me up to 10. Plus, I'm taking Vistolic from Oh Honey. All right, y'all ready? Don't freak out. This is my heart medication. Little thing, isn't it? But yeah, I've got a few. I've got my own. I've got my own pharmacy. Yes, ma'am. That's a lot. Yeah, that's my heart medication. So now some of those are double bottles. So consider that half, okay? Because some of it's 2 bottles of the same thing. So about half of that. And people wonder why I don't eat. Shoot, I don't have room to eat because Lord, that's a breakfast right there. And lunch and dinner. Well, one of them is blood pressure. Then I have the Vistolic. Not sure what it's for, but it's something to do with my heart. I have atorvastatin or atorvastatin, clopidogrel, which is Plavix, the Bayer aspirin, and gabapentin, and something else. I have a congestive heart failure. Oh, and water pills. So they have to do everything they can to get the fluid away from my heart because I have congestive heart failure. I've died 3 times. That's why I laugh and say God don't want to have to put up with me and the devil's afraid I'll take over because I keep coming back. I've survived. I've survived the Widowmaker twice and survived a stroke. If you notice when I talk, this side right here is kind of droopy. So this side right here is a little bit paralyzed. But if that's all the good Lord gave me out of the stroke, I'm okay. So the diastolics for blood pressure too, I just know it has to do something with my heart. That's all I know. And then I have to take the Plavix every day and the Lasix and all that good crap. So, but like I said, some of those bottles were doubled, so might as well cut that in half. And that's probably about 12 medications a day. You have inoperable coronary artery disease. Oh no. Well, I have 5 stents in my heart, so my heart went from I had less than one third of my heart working, and after they got the stents and everything put back in it, I'm up to over 50% of it working now. So I consider that pretty good. If I quit smoking, it'd probably work better. Hubby brought me home some shit because I've been begging for sugar-free candy because if I have regular candy, I'm gonna weigh 900 pounds. So he brought me home some sugar-free candy. I've had maybe a total of 6 cigarettes today. So I'm trying to quit. I've been spacing my cigarettes out, so I need to get me some of those patches, but I haven't got me any yet. And I don't like, what do you call it? Oh yeah, they do. They do. Hey Tim, how you doing, darling? Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Joe. But I've been spacing my smokes out, so I'll probably be having one before we get off of here. But yep, the number one cause of death is heart disease. That's right. You've had 2 heart attacks. You have 1 stent in your heart. Well, I don't know how many heart attacks I've had. I know I survived the Widowmaker twice. But I had heart attacks when I was in my 20s and we didn't know it because when they got to doing it, they seen all the heart damage. So I'm not sure exactly how many I've had. I do know of me surviving the Widowmaker, which the Widowmaker is one of the back arteries that. And I'm gonna tell you what. Now my arm, as far as hurting, my arm didn't hurt. It bothered me. It was like a numb, tingling, just throbbing, irritating thing. And I thought I had gas because sometimes when you have gas, it does your arms that way too. And it'd been going on for 2 weeks, and then finally I started getting sick at my stomach, And I looked at Rick and I said, I might ought to go to the doctor. So we get to the doctor and come to find out I was having the widowmaker. And he said, well, how come you didn't come when it first started happening? I said, I thought it was gas. I said, I wasn't coming to the hospital over a fart, because I couldn't afford it. And then they life flighted me out. Yeah, heart trouble runs in my family. Belated husband's heart is so large. It took up half his chest. Oh, wow. It's like the center of the heart. Most people don't survive it. That's the one that usually kills, and they don't know they're having a heart attack. I didn't know I was having one. So, but that is the biggest killer of people because they don't realize they're having a heart attack because it affects people in different ways. And like I said, I thought it was gas. But if you'll look up the widowmaker, it'll show you exactly where the blockage is. I want to say it's closer. It's either in the middle of the heart or in the back of the heart. I can't remember. I was knocked out, so I don't remember. And then one surgery, Frank, was it in September or October that they went through my arm? And then it was in November or December they went through my groin because your dad and your mom, that we found out later because I thought they was going to go through my arm again. Well, it was this arm. Not sure where. But anyway, through here. I thought they was going to go. I thought they was going to go through my arm again. And they told me they couldn't because they had too much trouble trying to go through my arm because my veins are so tiny. I said, well, my goodness gracious, that's probably the only tiny thing about me. But come to find out, the doctor had a lot of problems trying to go through my arm. So they went through my groin again. They've been through my groin. Was it before we met? How are you, Betty? But anyway, my suggestion to y'all, I don't care if you think you just got gas. Get to the hospital, please, because you could be having the widowmaker. Because I thought mine was gas. So, anyway. But yeah, I didn't realize I was because I didn't have any chest pains. I wasn't having any trouble breathing. It was my arm was driving me nuts. And I finally started getting sick to my stomach. Yeah, do not drive yourself, people. Have somebody drive you. Miss Betty got her butt jumped over that one. Uh, I told her, I said, you should have told me I'd have come. You know I would have. Yeah, if you would have told me, you know I'd have drove. Yeah. uh, Now, if you'd have been telling me you was having any kind of problems, I would have left and been on my way. Uh, you thought you was having heart troubles and you went to the hospital. It was your stomach. Yeah, it's funny how a lot of symptoms can seem like one thing when it's another. But then I don't remember the stroke. Yeah, it can show up as jaw pain too. Yeah. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, that's a lot of times, Joe. That's how it works. Women are so different than men in more ways than one. That's like I didn't know I was having a heart attack until I started getting sick, and I thought, "Hey, this ain't right." Hey, Heather, how are you, honey? And then once I started getting sick, I was like, "This might ought to be checked out." Yep, we all need as many prayers as we can get. I don't care if you think it's just gas. That's not always true, Verna. That's not always true because I did not have shortness of breath. I did not have any kind of chest pain. My arm bothered me and my neck bothered me. And then I started getting sick to my stomach. So the best thing to do is, if you're not sure, get to the doctor. I keep scratching those blame shingles. But I never had one pain in my chest when I was having my heart attack. My chest never hurt me once. But the thing of it is, Betty, just because those papers is there, it does not mean that's the symptoms you're going to have. It depends on which type of heart attack you're having and which type of stroke. That's right. So be safe, go to the doctor. Don't wait 2 weeks like I did. Now, how they knew I was having a stroke is they took that her face ain't always like that. Said her face is real droopy. So I wasn't paying attention to the doctor. The doctor's coming over here and he's poking around. He goes, that hurt, like you give shots with. He was poking my face and asking me if I felt it. And I told him I just feel you touching me. And then he goes, hold your arms up. I said, okay. So he pulls my arms up. I'm laying there in bed. And when I wake up, my arms are down here, and I'm thinking they're still up here. He goes, girl, you've had a stroke. And they lighted me out. Most people think, oh, it's nothing. It'll go away. Yep, that's true, Berna. But ideal is if something don't feel right, get to the hospital. Don't be doofy like me. Just get to the hospital. Because all that was going through my mind is I don't have insurance. I'm not going to be able to afford the bill. Yeah, sometimes you have that feeling of doom. Yeah, sometimes you do, Cammy. Well, that's my problem, Nancy. You hit the nail right on the head there, girl. Well, see, when I had my stroke or whatever, Amanda said I was sitting there talking to her, and then she said I just all of a sudden just zoned out. She said, "Mommy, you darn near fell out of the chair," and she got me in the vehicle, got me to the hospital, and they gave me the stuff. I said, "How long it had?" They said they got me there in time to give me that whatever medicine. I don't know what kind of medicine they put in me. Yeah, we mostly think ours will disappear. All right, Amy, you're gonna have to explain that one to me, honey. I think I'm missing part of it. You either have a man in your mirror or a spirit. Oh, you mean that went through? The mirror cut my husband as he was walking through. No, 100 over 70 ain't bad. Rick was walking down the hallway and it caught his image in the mirror. Yeah, that mirror, it caught Rick coming down the hallway. And the other that you see is my curtains. And I have some angels on a shelf over here. Oh, that's a good pulse. Yeah, my pulse usually runs anywhere from 90 to 108. Now, see, last night my blood pressure was 163 over 134. Uh, sorry, Nancy. A bald man wearing a red shirt? Well, I don't know who that would be. Because Rick definitely ain't bald. He's blonde headed. Yeah, I've seen Verna. But everybody I was close to had hair, so. Or Vernetta, yes, Vernetta. I know you ain't fatty. But there is ghosts. I have seen. As a matter of fact, Letty O.B. will tell you I took a picture of her ghost. The people you see in the mirror are still there. Oh, honey, I don't see nobody. Maybe I have a dirty mirror. But I took a picture of Betty's ghost. She's Hey Les. How are you, darling? That's right. The Holy Ghost is the best. Oh, they're moving like they're talking? Well, as long as they ain't causing me no issues, we're all good. I am good, LS. I'm real good. I've seen spirits. I have not seen any UFOs. But my cousin, hey Brian, my cousin, he passed away. Hello. My cousin, he passed away, and I'd been working. Oh, I'd worked 3 days straight with no day off. Been working 24 hours. Worked for 36 hours. I was on my way home. I fell asleep behind the wheel, and there was a big bridge. My car was fixing to go off this bridge. My hands were off the steering wheel, and I woke up and I said, "Monty Wade," and he smiled and put my car back up on the road. And he had been killed 2 months prior to that. So, needless to say, I was awake the rest of the way home. Night, Jen. Yeah, Monty looked over. Monty watches over me, I know. All right, Possum Lodge. You passed a landmark today? Yep, he works miracles. But Neil ain't wanting to show it. But yeah, there's good and there's evil. We was sitting at the kitchen table one night. One of my ex-son-in-laws was sitting there, and it was cold. I mean, it was cold. And I had the front door open, and okay, dang, is it true? I don't know, Joe. Oh, I ain't gonna laugh. All right, that's great, Brian. But shoot, I forgot what I was talking about, y'all. Oh yeah, I was sitting at the kitchen table, and it was cold. I mean, it was cold, and the wind was blowing, and all of a sudden, you seen these little tiny handprints on the door, on my storm door, and a little girl's face up against it. I go to the door. I said, "Honey, you can come in as long as you're not malicious. But if you got a malicious, if you're going to be malicious, you've got to stay out." And all of a sudden, this cool just come in. My son-in-law hit that door running. He was gone. He didn't want no part of it. But he seen the little handprints, the little tiny handprints. The little girl couldn't have been over 4 or 5 years old. And the little face come against the door, you could see it perfect outline. but you could tell it was an Indian child's face. But I told her, I said, if you need safe haven, you can come in. But if you're going to be malicious, I said, you have to stay out. Oh, yeah, the spiritual world is all about us. Well, that's like Katie. She never knew my brother Dennis. She'd never heard of him. And Katie was a playing, and me and Mom went in there. Hey, Maria. And I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm playing. I said, who are you playing with? Because you could hear her laughing and talking and carrying on. And she said, Dennis. And me and my mom looked at each other like, what? And she turned around and she was talking to him. She said, okay. And she turned around, looked at me and my mom, and she said, Dennis says he loves y'all. I said, well, we love him too. And she turned and she said, he knows. So, but she was maybe 2. Okay, Possum Lodge. I believe there's more than we realize. I understand, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, there's a lot more than any of us will ever know. There's a lot more than any of us will ever know. We can't even imagine what is really out there. That's right. That's right. And that one was my brother Dennis. It was very strange, but it was heartwarming too, you know, that I knew Dennis was watching over her then. So, but my mom started bawling, and of course I had tears running down my eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, Rogue. I'm sorry, Brian. What's wrong? Am I freaking you out? I don't mean to bother you, brother. I ain't trying to freak nobody out. Ain't nobody talking now. Too many options.